Hello everyone, welcome to day 6 of the 7 days 7 projects challenge, and today we're going to be building a Parallax landing page. So to get started, I just have my folder with 2 images that I got from pexels.com. This is the first image, this is the second image, and an empty index.html and an empty style CSS. So I'm just going to go into my index.html, generate a boilerplate like that, link my style sheet, style.css, and then I'm going to change this title to Parallax landing page like that. And then I'm going to have a div with a class of container, and then inside this div I'm going to have 3 or 4 divs, but let me just start with the first, and I'm going to say div with a class of slide-1 like that, and then div with a class of overlay inside that class, inside that div, sorry, and then inside this div with a class of overlay I'm going to say an h1 saying parallax effect like that. And then I'm going to have another slide, so I'm going to say still inside the div with the class of container, but outside of this div with the class of slide1 I'm going to have another slide called slide2 like that, and I'm going to say an h2 saying paragraph 2 like that. And then I'm going to have a p tag just saying lorem20 so you can populate the page a bit. And then outside this div again I'm going to say div with a class of slide-3 like that, and with another div with a class of overlay, and then I'm just going to say an h2 saying slide3. And then for slide 4 I'm just going to copy this and just paste it down, and I'm going to say this is 4, this is slide 4 like that, and then this will remain the same text. And let's save that and let's see if it will appear here like that, and then you can begin to style it. So I'm just going to reset everything, and I'm going to say margin 0 like that, and I'm going to go inside my container class, and inside my container, actually I don't need to go here, I just need to inside my slide1 class. I can say let me set the height to 80 viewport heights, and then I'm going to say let me set the background to URL like that, URL like that, image1, and I'm going to say no repeat for the background repeat, and I'm going to place it to the center, and I want it to cover the entire width of the browser, and then I'm going to set it to fixed like that. But for the moment, because I want to show you what this effect does, I'm going to just remove this. And then for the overlay class inside slide1 I'm going to say slide1, for the overlay I want the height to be 80 viewport heights as well. I'm going to set the background color to RGBA 255, 255, 255 and 0.3, which is transparent white. If I'm to save that, we should see something like this, and I'm just going to say display flex, align item center, justify content center, which will bring this text to the middle, and then I can target the h1 text. So for the h1 I'm going to say just set the color, not the color read, but the font size to 46 pixels like that. And then let's deal with slide 2 and 3 as well. So slide-2, oops, it's a class. So for the class of slide-2 like that, I'm going to say let me give it a height of 500 pixels like that, display flex, align item center, justify content center, which will bring the text to the middle for slide 2, but let me change this to flex direction of column like that, which will place them side by side, not really side by side but in column form. So I'm going to target my this is an h2 so that I can place some kind of margin within this, but let me add a background color here of F1, which is a light gray like that. And then we can say let me just text align center, so this goes to the center like that, and then I can target my slide2, so.slide2, and I want the h2, I'm going to say let me have a margin bottom of 20 pixels. I apologize if you can hear some noise in the background. Okay, so once we have this, then for slide 3, because I want to add an image on slide 3, I'm just going to practically do the same thing that I did for slide 1. So I'm just going to say for slide 3, I'm just going to copy this over like that, and I'm going to change this to image 2. And then for the slide 3, and for the overlay class inside slide 3, I'm just going to copy this, and it should be the same. Let's save that, and you can see the image appears. And let me just target the H2 so that I can make it bigger, and I can say increase the font size to 40 pixels like that. Let me make the color to white like that, and it's looking nice. And for slide 4 will have the same styles as slide 2. So let me just copy this for slide 2, copy that, and I'm just actually, you know what, instead of copying that, I can just give slide 4 a class of slide 2 like that. Yeah, just like that, easy. Okay, so what you'll notice is that once we scroll like this, the images, as you would expect they behave the same way. But for the parallax effect, we want to position the background image as fixed, so that when we scroll, it doesn't move with the web page. So we can do that easily by coming here and saying fixed, and then coming here and saying fixed as well. So what you notice that when I start scrolling, the background doesn't move, but the text moves like that, and it's looking very nice, and that is the parallax effect we have created without any JavaScript involved, and it's looking very, very, very nice. But just to have a great effect, I'm going to change all of these to 100 viewport heights like that, and it's looking brilliant. It's looking nice, very, very, very nice. Okay, so that will be it. Oh, one thing I should mention though is that for mobile screens, the parallax effect like this doesn't work all that well. So I recommend adding, like, changing the media query. So let me show you what I mean. I can say for a media, and I want a max width of 500 pixels. Oops, just one. Okay, I can say I can remove all this, and I can say background attachment, and I can set that to scroll, so that what am I saying? So that it removes the parallax effect, and this is parallax. How did I spell that? Parallax, like that. It removes the parallax. As you can see, now that it's less than 500 pixels, you can see that the background image now behaves normally as we would expect. But if I remove this media query, you'll notice that now it scrolls. So I recommend adding this media query for mobile screens, just because the parallax effect doesn't really work all that well on mobile screens. Okay, and you can as well do this for the slide 3. So you can just copy this over and change this to slide 3 like that. So the background attachment property is the one that sets it to the parallax effect, either fixed or scroll, like that. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with day 7, our final day of the 7 days 7 projects challenge. And if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. And yes, I moved to Windows just for now.